Go.
Tricky mate. Hello? What the hell is that? Oh my god. I'm just made it. Oh my goodness. This is really unbelievable. Hello everyone and welcome to Take It to the Max show with Grandmaster Max Dlugy. And today I'll be playing in the 5-minute pool and hopefully we'll be doing some interesting chess. I'm using Dasher today instead of Blitzen, another one of excellent of ICC's softwares. I don't know if anyone's been using it over Blitzen. I've been using Blitzen mostly, but now it's on to Dasher, checking it out, see how it performs in this great 5-minute pool that hopefully I'll be playing some cool games today. Now the Turek chess challenge is on, and we saw Anand actually do quite well at in the blitz and at the start, winning 2 games, which is quite amazing for someone who just did so badly at Gibraltar. Shows you that Vichy is not to be written off. I expect still great things from him in the candidates matches. Okay, here we have Master of Puppets fighting me here, and let's see how it goes. Okay, you know what, let's liven it up with this beautiful move e4, sacrificing a full pawn. I got the Albin counter gambit with the bishop on f4. Okay, and let's start the attack. Let's get my knight rolling, let's get my queen going, let it all happen. Let's see how black defends. I'm gonna take the e4 pawn, and then I'm gonna, okay, this should not be a good move. Let's see why. What happens on simply queen takes pawn? How is black gonna react to the simple threat of knight takes knight? I question you, my friend Master of Muppets. Okay, of course you do. Okay, now actually bishop c4 is a distinct possibility to take it with the bishop and then the knight, and not the other way around. Let me do that instead of knight takes knight, which is also possible, of course. And I think we got some serious thinking on move 9 from my opponent about to occur, which is kind of the way we want it, right? We want our opponents to think, because in a blitz game, 1 extra minute is what? About a pawn. That's what I think. Worth about a pawn. 1 extra minute is worth about a pawn. That's what I say. And let's see what black does. I got about a minute ahead, and I'm not even a pawn down. I actually won it back. If you remember back to move 8, when I actually grabbed that pawn up. Okay, 2 possibilities: knight takes knight and bishop takes. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, threatening bishop c6. On castles, bishop f7. On queen b6, I can ruin the pawn structure for good. The other way, and bishop takes and pawn, knight takes, bishop e6. Okay, castles would be played, and then I could win a queen with knight f6, but there's going to be some holding pattern going on after that, right? So let's do it with knight takes. That's basically my decision. The other way, I would win a queen for rook and bishop, probably winning position, but this to me looks like a better statistical probability, because bishop c6 gives me an awfully great position. But what is black's next move? Is it knight b4? What if I play bishop d6 now? Oh my god. Bishop d6. Bishop d6, threatening mate in 2, in fact. That looks like a hot mustard. And my opponent's, I don't know, tongue. Anyway, threat is mate in 2. Bishop takes knight and queen takes bishop. Checkmate. Checkmate, mate. Move 12, and it doesn't look too good for the Master of Puppets. That's what the London will do to some people. Obliteration Station. Let's see if there's any defense. I spend a little bit more than I usually spend on these couple of moves, but you know, sometimes you feel like the win is so close that you don't want it to kind of get a little bit muddied up, you know. So it makes sense to invest a couple of extra, I don't know, minutes or whatever into that. Okay, this does not seem to be a defense because bishop takes bishop. Looks so strong. And queen takes pawn. What's black gonna do? What move is black gonna play? I don't know. Well, let's see. At least he's only down the pawn, but I'm okay. The move is resigns. That's a solid response. That's a solid response to my move because I don't see a single move for black. I mean, I'm threatening bishop takes bishop already, and there's no real defense. Okay, so that was an amazingly interesting game. I mean, here on e4, of course, black took and then played a6 to stop bishop b5 check, or even knight coming to b5, and then I went for the pawn. And here, okay, black really took on d5. That's biting the bullet. But I have to say, this wasn't the first time. A grandmaster at the World Blitz, where I was in horrible form, played the same move against me, and I didn't find the best method of dealing with it. So knight takes pawn is a mistake. Probably black should play something like g6, so just start developing. Even bishop g4 is a reasonable alternative. Knight d5 castles, and already what to do, right? e6 looks forced, but then queen takes pawn adds to the threats, and there's only one response really, bishop e7. But then I just wait to take, and my next move is to take with whatever I want. And black played knight c6. Had black castled, I would have, of course, taken with the bishop then, and then the knight, threatening the bishop on e7 and threatening the win of the queen. And that would also be, I was also threatening knight c7, also impossible to stop all those threats at the same time, especially knight c7. So I think the game proceeded knight c6. I took with a knight, and you saw what happened then. Okay, we have my friend Lopez coming in, loud and clear. Serious intentions, I'm sure. Tough player. I'm basically barely ahead, I think, by a point in our encounters. Okay, and Lopez decided to play it safe today. And you know what? I'm not gonna play the perk. I'm gonna play the King's Indian. And let's see how he does. Okay, I'll play a very simple variation. Very simple indeed. Castle. Okay, now I'm just gonna defend this pawn on e3, on d4 with my bishop. I don't want to complicate too much. I want to keep this pawn structure a bit positional here. Okay, and here bishop h4. Okay, so this is more static than dynamic, I would say. Okay, certainly. Okay, this is interesting because obviously this is very forcing line. Now the knight is hanging, right? So okay, let me take this guy. This is an interesting way. Okay, I can actually win a pawn, I think. Bishop g4 followed by even e5. Even e5. You know, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take that knight. I mean, it looks interesting. There is e5 here, that f5 that I missed. f5 is this. Oh, but yeah, f5 I missed completely. and that's why my move wasn't so hot actually. Now I have to play queen e3 and e5, otherwise I'm in trouble. But even this is not so great because my c4 pawn's hanging, so it's going to be quite exciting what happens next. Yeah, not my best performance in the opening. Okay, well, I'm gonna take this pawn. Let's sacrifice a little bit. If black wants to take on f1, I'll take on c7. On queen d3, I had queen e6 as the idea, and then take the bishop of f1. That's my idea anyway. How good is that? I have no idea, but shouldn't be too bad. Okay, and then here I will attack the d pawn. Okay, hopefully I have a move with my queen. Hopefully it's not trapped yet. Yeah, d2 looks like it is a move. Okay, I can take that one. I can take the pawn, then the pawn on d5. Okay, it's not much, but I call it home. On bishop d5, at the end I have the pawn hanging on g5, and after rook b1 I may have even a better position. Let's see, but I think it's about equal, really. Yeah, h6 is the right move to solidify that whole situation. Okay, looks a bit drawish. Although I have to be careful. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to defend this pawn this way. Now either a4 or h3. I have to make a choice. Can I need a luft at some point? Anyway, so I think I'm gonna play h3. Playing rook b4 would be too obnoxious. I mean, I have a problem with the pawn on b2. I don't think I have time to take on g4. So really, I think this makes sense. Okay, I'll defend this for now. And let's see. Okay, this is a bit... What should I do now? Rook c2 is coming. a4, rook c2, a5, rook b2. Not good. I have to move my pawn. Okay, but I think I have to do it anyway. Hopefully it's not going to be too dangerous. Okay, I still want to play a5. That one I protected. No, a little bit worse for white, of course, but okay, now if I play a5, okay, maybe I should restructure my rook. Okay, first king g2, so that when he takes on b3 it's not a threat. Oh yeah, I missed that one. Is that gonna just win because now I missed it? I should play rook d5. Yeah, now a5 is a big threat, right? Wow. a6, I mean. Okay, well, I either have to play b4 or a5. Okay, I'm gonna play b5. I don't like it, but I have to. And then I'm gonna play ab b7. I think I have to do this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can't do this. How does this work? I don't know. This looks really bad. But I can't calculate it to the end. Really strange position. Never seen anything like this before. This is so weird. Oh! Missed that move. Oh god, I missed that move completely. Now I'm lost. Ay ay ay. Just completely missed that one. Ay ay ay. Didn't see that. Ay 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 ay. That was a bad mess. Yeah, Lopez got me this time. Lopez certainly got me this time. Oops, the bishop's gone too. I missed that. Ay ay ay. Did you see that? I had him. Oh my god, I had him at the drawing, of course. Ay ay. King f6. Oh, he still blundered. Oh my god, this is weird. Something is strange. Lopez, misclick, poor misclick. You misclicked on f6 too, so I could have taken that one. But yeah, tough game. Very well played by Lopez, especially at this point here, where in this position it was getting very clear that black is better, and then I had to make a decision. I had to play rook d5 here to reposition my rook on d3 first, and once I didn't do that, then I got into serious trouble. Yeah, after rook d5 I was afraid of rook d2, but the rook ed2 isn't so dangerous, probably because I just play rook takes d4 and bishop e5, skewering the rooks and drawing. And if rook bd2, well, then I can even come back, but then at least there's no threat to the b pawn, so I can just play rook f5, something like that, or even worse, rook d8 check, rook d7 check, and take on a7. So rook d5 will be fully playable. Instead, of course I made a horrible mistake. I played king g2, allowing this snappity door shot. I played a5, black played a6, and now I was thinking of rook takes b6 instead, so that after the exchange and rook takes b3, I played bishop c7, protecting the pawn on b6. But then the problem is that black goes rook b2, and I can't really move my rook away from f1. I could move my king though, and maybe even start running towards the b pawn, and with some good drawing chances. So maybe this is what I should have done. Instead, I played the other interesting variation, which was basically well defended by Lopez, who was well on his way to winning the game before the time pressure set in, and he gave away his winning rook. The big winning rook was given away. Okay, Andy Pandy, good luck my friend, Andy Pandy. Let's see how you do in this Caris-Parma variation, it's called. Okay, Andrei can play that against me, and so did, I guess, Anatoly Lane or something like that 100 years ago in the tournament game. Okay, probably should play something like h6 to stop anybody going to g5, and then maybe e4. Okay, the queen should go to e7, maybe not quite sure. Okay, then my rook should go to b8, so I can actually start developing my my bishop. Okay, and this one I can just play bishop d7. I think this would get me a bit developed. No? e5? Okay, what else? I have to play e5, right? Now we trade lots of pieces. Okay, no problem. No problem there. And the final outcome will be what? That black will be okay, I think, because I'll get to play e4, forcing white to probably play e3, unless he wants me to play e3. Now the big question is, should I actually take on b1 first? Or should I let that? Because after e4, no, probably shouldn't let them take her. Okay, I'm going for that. I'm going with, as long as I don't let white block that pawn with queen e4, queen f5, right? Okay, well this is strictly speaking a bad position for white. Okay. Okay, let's see. So strictly speaking, we're talking about a pretty bad position for white. Here's what I was saying. Okay, let's grab one of these guys. Well, actually, what's the best way to bother white? What if I'm gonna take one off, and probably just play. It's interesting how to best deal with this. Okay, probably first. Okay, sure. What should I be doing? How should I be dealing with this? I don't know. Should I play a 5f4? Should I play rook d8 and exchange those rooks? I don't know. Maybe I should play a waiting move to see what white does. That's always interesting, just to check out the pulse of the game. Also looking to go queen a3 at some point. Queen f5. I was gonna go queen a3. But maybe I should play rook d8 instead, or even g6. Why not g6? Just kind of. Okay, queen a3 I'm gonna play, because one thing I don't want to do is allow white to play c4 and bishop c3. That would not be good. That would not be an improvement of my position, basically. Okay, now what? Now how do I stop that improvement? I have no idea. Let's say, what if I play bishop a5 for now? I don't know what I'm doing exactly, or why I'm doing it. I can try rook b8, go rook b2 maybe, or queen b2, who knows. I really don't like the way I'm playing right now, I have to tell you guys. Okay, now I'm gonna go back with my queen. I'm really playing hogwash of sorts. Okay, well, I guess I should trade some pieces now. It's just too complicated otherwise. Aha, that's an interesting proposition. No. Oh, can't really say no. It's really weird. Okay, I don't know. Somehow turned out I wasn't better at all. That's so strange. That is so strange. I was absolutely sure I was better. Okay, this is a strange move because that actually doesn't hurt me as much as Queen E8 did. Now that one I'm protecting. Okay, and this is my idea of a good time. This is my idea of a good time here. What a strange game. What a truly strange game. Okay. I'm gonna keep trying to win. Okay, that's opponent c5 that's going to be in trouble. Hopefully. Interesting ending. Let's get this gone. Okay, it's still okay. Now I can go here and h5 finally. Okay, we got ignition. All right, this one we take so there's no counterplay. And looks like we're winning. Okay, that was a very tough game. Obviously white had a way to survive but didn't find it. That happens sometimes. So this should be finishing up any second now. 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, all right. And here we have Guardian Angel. Ooh, high rated Guardian Angel. Okay, let's do Sicilian. Okay. Okay, Richter Rouser. Guardian Angel is a Grandmaster. Okay, interesting. Don't know who he is. We'll find out later. That's the main line. That's the main line, basically. So let's see how white treats it. White either plays a3 or bishop e2 from what I recall. And now usually e5. As I'm threatening bishop takes knight at this point. e5 would be the usual way to. Although yesterday I think I won a game after pawn takes pawn. But okay, e5 has been played. Cool. White knows his stuff. Bishop d3, that's interesting. What happens now if I simply take the knight? Does he want to take the on h7? Is that the concept? Interesting concept. And if I play c5, I'm gonna try c5. Maybe I'm playing too rough. And now h4. How interesting. Okay, now what? Now I can certainly think about things. Not so hot. Now let's take the knight. Okay, he took it back. Cool. The threat is maybe stronger than the execution. Let's try to let's try to close it up. Okay, that's good. That's not bad. That's an extra tempo I'll have. For my defense. Hopefully, if there is a defense. Yeah, this is weird. What to do? Tough. Yes, let's try to get rid of this bishop. The bishop looks like a big deal attacker. I don't know if my concept is right. Yeah, this is the problem. This is a big problem. A huge problem, maybe. What to do here? Oh my god. Just getting killed. Alright, well, let's see what happens. That's the big problem, of course. And now almost no moves left. Alright, let's just try stuff. Although this looks like I've simply been crushed. Simply been crushed for not knowing some. This is an interesting move, bishop d3, which I have not seen. Okay, this is also tough to deal with, but I'm gonna try. And try to survive. How does that work? Okay, it does work. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm leaving. I'm not interested in this picture. I'm going. Okay. Oh. And this is winning. How is it winning? I'm missing it. I'm missing the final blow somewhere. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, but where's the final blow? There's no final blow yet. So I can actually play on. Check. Okay. There's no time. Check. Okay. So check. Oh god, this is the final blow? That's so bad. Ay. Alright, well, I have to resign. So there it is. It's an excellent game. Excellent game. Obviously tough. Where did I go wrong? I have to tell you where I went wrong. Somewhere here. I had to find a better move than c5, I think is what it was. c5 didn't quite make it. Bishop d3 is a bit strange. What should I have played? Well, you have to figure it out. I don't know. Very interesting. And then when I played c5 h4, yeah, bishop c3 was a bit like I don't know. Of course my bishop isn't doing that much, but on the other hand, somewhere in here I could have d4 as a counterattack maybe. But bishop h6 is such a big threat. Okay, well, it's back to Lopez. It's back to Lopez, my friends. Let's see what happens now. See what Lopez chooses this time around. Lopez chooses the Dutch. Fine. Dutch is my friend. Dutch is my friend. Check Lopez. Okay. And let's see. Let's see how we can play this. Okay, knight d3 hits the g5 pawn. Okay, and now I think I should play f3 anyway. And knight d2. Okay, planning e4. I want to try for e4 if I can in this game. True enough, and now knight f1 to attack the f1, and that's a real sack which I'm gonna accept. I think I'm gonna accept it. Why wouldn't I accept it, right? There's only one explanation. If I thought e3 was a stronger move, then maybe I wouldn't accept it, because there's something like knight d4 in the air. But I'm gonna go for it. It's exciting. Let's try it. Okay, I saw knight d4, so it's not so dangerous yet. Now my queen has to find reasonable squares, but it has one on e4. Okay, now if knight f4, then what? What's the big idea? b5, yeah. Okay, well, I could play rook e1, queen d1 with an interesting position. But I think, okay, wait. Okay, I'm gonna play first a prophylactic move. Just get my king out of there. That's the first step. And I'm threatening bishop takes f4 at least, or knight takes f4, so that's not so bad. The queen has squares. On bishop d7 I have queen a5. And going back to moves like, well, queen b4, knight c2 is not so hot, but queen a5 is what I had in mind. And maybe queen d2. Okay. Very interesting stuff. Queen d2. Jesus. Okay, well. After e5, at least black hems in his bishop. That's something positive. Also, okay. Should I play? Okay, I'm gonna play. No, I can't play b4. Maybe b3. Yeah, b3 and bishop b2. This is my next idea. Black certainly has his chances here. This is clearly a very complicated position. Queen h4. Okay. Bishop b2 for now. That knight is so strong, I need to get rid of it. Whatever the cost, maybe even. But maybe I should play e3 while it's still alive. While it's still alive and kicking there. I'm gonna try it, e3. Hard to say if that was a smart decision, but at least I'm getting my rooks out. It may cost me another pawn, but maybe worth it. Plus I'm connecting my pieces to my king. Who knows, he may get lonely without my pieces. Got my Lopez thinking. My good old Lopez is thinking, which is a good sign. Okay. Look how quickly I turned out to have some pieces in the game. I don't think I had any pieces left. And suddenly I have some. Okay, e4 is a definite something. Let's take that one. Okay, I can't take. I can go where? His queen is hanging. So queen e1 is a possibility, right? I don't want to give him the f2 square with his rook. Anyone but his rook. Okay, then knight f2. Wait, then bishop e4 is also possible, right? But then he's gonna use that e file, and who knows what he's gonna do with it. Better not give him something I can't hold off. And black has still a lot of compensation here, I have to say. Okay, this one. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna rip that guy off. The pawn, I mean, I think. Yeah. Okay, this is a crazy position. I'm going to go here. Knight g3 or hg3. Okay, hg, bishop b2. I think b1, hg, bishop b2. Maybe this is better. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. I don't know. And here. And check. And take. Okay. I'm pawn down, but I have some initiative, right? I have some initiative with my knights. Walking around like crazies. My knights are full of initiative in life. Okay, I'm probably gonna flag. Okay, now I'm losing. Yeah, that's too bad. Same thing happened to me as happened to Lopez, and I lost. Ay. Alright. Tough. I think I was better towards the end, but I didn't have any time to really make it count, right? I kind of calculated that after this move, knight f5, I'll be at least equal, because I'm threatening knight h6, knight f7, and I'm also threatening the knight. So when the knight moves, I'll win the exchange. And if he plays rook d8, I play knight h6, knight f7. But what happened was he played knight e5. Here, take. Okay, I mean, here with the rook on the 7th, I should never be worse. And of course, I'm not worse. In fact, I was trying to be better. But then the clock simply ran out. Here, check here. I don't know. This is okay. Finally, we exchanged here. Knight f7, king g8. Okay, and I mean, obviously, this is very drawish, but no time, no go. Okay, good performance by Lopez, who equalizes the score between us on this show. And okay, let's see how I am Weston does it. He's a formidable opponent always. Well, let's get some pieces out. This doesn't look so scary. Kind of equalized without too much damage to my system, unlike that Sicilian where I just got mated. Okay, this bishop better go. I don't really need it. Have white think about which way to capture it back. Okay, now you know what, I'm gonna castle this side, so I have some interesting stuff to try. Okay, now let's start moving our, well, actually b5, knight e5 I'm not so certain about. c5, d5 takes, and then b5. Yeah, that's more interesting. Let's go this way. That's more interesting because I can also play knight b6 after rook takes d5, knight b6, and then open up the a file, which would be kind of energetic, I would say. So before white is actually trying to launch some sort of attack, launching an attack against the bishop in general is a little bit tough. So I prefer my position here. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna go exactly that way. Ah, cool. That I did not see. Okay, now I have to play it a little bit differently. Fine, that was smart. I'm not that great, not that amazing, but not that obviously not that great for black either, as it was on the other line. Now on b5 there's knight e5. Okay, so probably the best way is just to exchange at least a pair of rooks, and maybe even two pair of rooks. Yeah, true enough. Okay, let's start preparing for the endgame by fixing white spawns on light squares. Yep. Okay, here we have an endgame. Okay, let's get this guy out of there. Hopefully he goes in, not out, but we'll see. Okay, not too many pawn moves. Try to refrain from making too many pawn moves. Well, the position looks simply equal to me, but okay. Let's see how it goes. Whatever happens, the pawn on f4 will have to stay there. Okay, now should I play h5 or not? Probably doesn't matter that much. Okay, now let's see what happens. Yeah, this looks kind of equal, but I don't know. Looks very drawish, in fact. The key is not to let the knight to d5, and that can be arranged by simply playing bishop d4, right? So the knight will never really move unless I take it, and of course I have to take it, and then it's just a dead draw. Okay, well, tough game. How do I go for a draw here? There it is. Alright, that was well played by, I guess, both of us. The key moment came around here when just as I was about to get some advantage after thinking that after d5 pawn takes, white takes with the rook, and then I'll play knight b6, and after knight takes b6, pawn takes, a takes b6, hitting the a2 pawn, and then on a3 playing some like b5, b4, you know, trying to get an advantage, and then my opponent played an excellent move, knight c3, using the fact that there's an opportunity to take the bishop on e7, and I don't have any good real desperados here with the bishop, so I simply protected the d5 square, and then he just took over control here of the center, so I had to start exchanging. And even though I have a bishop, which usually is a little bit advantageous, but actually queen and knight against queen and bishop often favors the queen and knight, so we had basically gone into descending, which turned out to be pretty equal. The key was that, of course, I have a weakness that I managed to fix in White's camp, namely the f4 pawn, so he's not as free to move around. If this position, for example, White had a pawn on f5 and I had a king on f7, this would likely be a lost position. Imagine, him playing something like f5 and I would play king f7. Okay, oh my god, Lufus, the final countdown. Lufus with White today. Okay, let's see how this goes. This is so interesting. I gotta see this, guys. This gotta be good. This is gonna be good. My friend Lufus, I gotta win this game. I'm going for you. Okay, should I play e5 actually? Please, c5 or e5? I don't know. Play bishop g4. If you don't know which one to play a third one. That's the trick. Okay, played very interestingly by Mr. Lufus. Let me hit the d4 target now. Okay, going in for some targets here, hopefully. f3 is hit. Okay, now let's try to open it up a bit. f4 knight d7, and e4 hopefully will become a target of some sort. Let's see. Lufus, you're my man. You're making my life interesting. Alright, with the rook, of course. Okay, now this is so interesting. Okay, h6, bishop h4, g5, fg, knight e4, knight e4, rook e4. Da 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 da. Am I going to be better in that position? Maybe not. Therefore, have to do something else. Let's move away. Very interesting. Okay, f3, yeah. Okay. I want to play knight g3 in a way, but the question is what is my rook doing on e8? I'd prefer to have it reversed, my rook and queen, but that's not happening evidently. f5. Okay, that I was gonna take. Okay, this I was gonna take too. I don't know. I hope I'm not mated yet. And take this from Lopez. Okay, now if I'm mated, I'm mated, but if not, then I'm alive. f6. f6 is a move. I think it's the best move. I gotta cover up the diagonal ASAP. That way I can even hide on h8. But the black white takes, then I play bishop king f7. And Lopez may be in serious trouble there. My good old friend Lopez. You may be in trouble. Your mate is not quite there, mate. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum. Yeah, bishop h6, king f7, queen d3, queen e5, threatening mate on b2. Not so easy for Lopez here. And after bishop takes f6, king f7, there's going to be queen e3 threat, trying to exchange off the queens, which of course is a huge possibility. He plays bishop d4, c5 looks interesting, hitting that bishop, which may not have anywhere good to go. Yeah, looks pretty bad for Lopez here. He's brightening up my... Okay, what is that? Ay, ay, ay. I don't know what that is. That doesn't look particularly terrifying. But the idea is that if I take... What if I play king h8 instead? I'm not actually threatening anything, right? On the other hand... Still, I'm retreating to a very safe place. And the black white takes, I take back, and I'm threatening rook c8 myself. Move like c5 shows white's in trouble. That's what I think. And also the thinking that white is doing, the amazing amount of thinking, also shows that things are not so well on the Lopez front. Yes, I'm gonna take that one, definitely. Rook c8 is my friend, is my threat, my friend, and yes, so it was. I finished up with a win. Tough performance today, tough guys. Got killed by Guardian Angel. Got to go back to the books for that one. And otherwise, the Scandinavian held up here, and the King's Indian was interesting with Lopez. That Dutch was amazing, where I lost on time. Anyway, that was my show. Take it to the max. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. All the best, everybody, and take care.